We got a play call that's the best in the world. So, our game plans and how we execute is a huge deal for this offense.
Was Jason Poe coming along?
He's coming along. He's coming along. He just continues to win his matchups, and he plays like his hair is on fire. Obviously, there's a lot to this game that he has to learn, but I think everybody's pretty excited with the strides he's made since OTAs.
Well, he's 6'1" and doesn't have long.
Is he 6'1"?
Well, maybe not. I mean, you know better than me. But the whole thing is, a guy with that height and that length arms isn't supposed to be able to block well, but he has. What is it that he's doing that has allowed him to kind of make up for that lack of length?
Well, you said it, the 6'1" or whatever. And he could be 6'3", who knows? Could be 5'11", we don't know. But that naturally gives him leverage. And he's explosive. He's a very quick guy. Even if you get him, he always has a chance to recover, which is, it's not common coming from an offensive guard position. Usually those guys don't have a lot of room to recover when they do have a chance to recover. But you just never really see that type of athleticism coming from the guard position. And I think that's why he's been successful, because he uses his attributes to his strength and what we may see as his weakness.
I'm sure everybody at this time of year talks about wanting to win a championship, but some of your teammates have kind of openly said that is the goal, the standard here this year. How much do you feel that on a day-to-day basis, just being in that locker room around the team?
I mean, yeah, it's when you come that close last year and you know that, essentially the NFC Championship was the Super Bowl, and in our eyes, two of the best teams in the league, in my opinion. So when you come that close to actually being to the big dance, it's hard to taper down your expectations for the next year, especially when you think the team is just as good, if not better. We'll see.
Kind of alluded to this with your first answer, but when we watch practice, it kind of looks like you guys are having a difficult time, and Trey's having a difficult time finding open guys and completing passes. Do you kind of fall back on that? Yes, but it's going to be different in the regular season because you can set up plays, you can go after weaknesses, you can game plan.
Yeah, it will be different. Obviously, instead of going up a defense, which we don't game plan, which, our first 20, 30 plays are scripted, and the script is just not for our eyes. It's universal. So Fred Warner can easily pick up an offensive script and kind of know what's coming. Not saying that he does. Not saying he don't. I'm not putting that out there. But, it makes it's difficult. It's always like that during training camp. It's been like that every year I've been here. Last year was just as tough. Year before was just as tough. That defense is incredible. They play extremely hard. They only have one speed, so it's a great learning tool. It's a great measuring stick.
Any frustration on your part, just kind of seeing how things are fitting together this summer?
No, I don't really get. It's a long season. If I'm getting frustrated in training camp, whether it's going to say about week 4 or week 8, week 9, or week 17, the extra game. If I'm frustrated now, how do I keep my head then? And playing offensive line is all about being consistent, and not getting too high, not getting too low. So I take that approach with pretty much everything.
Remind some of the younger guys that or especially trying to make the team, stuff like that. It's you got to take it day by day.
No, because they might not have to week 17 or to week 8. So no, they got a crunch, and that's really what training camp is most likely for, is for getting the younger guys up to speed. And so no, they have to take advantage of every rep they get, every individual, watching the guys in front of them. No, they should be on they should be a sponge, soaking everything up day by day.
Mosley was in here yesterday, and he was saying that being named Pro Bowl, All-Pro, NFL Top 100, that's all important stuff to him. Like, he wants to strive for that.
Right.
You've done all that. Was that stuff that you strove for? Did it just happen? Or how did, the top 100 things coming out this week, you'll probably be in the top 10,
I wish.
How does that stuff affect you?
I'd be lying to say, because offensive line, we don't score touchdowns. We don't have passer ratings, and we don't have, rush yards or receiving yards to keep up with. So yeah, I mean, getting those accolades are important because it kind of gives you an idea of where you at and what your peers think about you, not just in this building, but outside of the building and the people you compete against. So yeah, it is extremely important to me. Every year it's on my list of goals, especially Pro Bowl, and I only made one All-Pro, so I'm kind of lacking in that department. But it's always gas in the tank.
Did you fill out a top 100 ballot? And do you have to name 100 players on it?
No, I believe that you named 25, but no, I didn't get a ballot. I don't even know where they was. So
Got Poe, Horford, Drake Jackson, Davis Price, Danny Gray. A lot of rookies seem to be making some impression this summer. I know maybe you don't think about this all the time, but is there a sense that you got a lot of really talented rookie players out there on the field this year?
yeah, of course. I mean, we got a lot of talent in the first year, second year, third year, even fourth year. They did an incredible job building this roster from top to bottom. So that's one thing I've grown accustomed to coming here. When I came, it was I don't even think Aziz was a starting linebacker. I think it was Cohn. But me seeing Aziz in practice, I'm like, this dude's pretty good. I don't know how long they're gonna be able to keep him on second team. So, I bring up that example because it's been like that for majority of my time here. I always see younger guys, and you continue to see them blossom, and they continue to make strides, and they continue to take heed to the coaching, and they continue to develop. And I think it's just hats off to the front office, the coaching staff. They do an amazing job.
With Poe and his small school background, Mercer Community College, as you say, what did it take him a second, to realize he does belong here, or did he carry himself with a swagger from the start of training camp? That even though he is a small school guy, he felt like he belonged.
I can't speak for him to say whether he felt like he belonged. He always looked like he belonged. The confidence he plays with his, like I said, his attributes, his low center of gravity, his natural leverage, and he's stronger than ox, and he's quick as a cat. So having those attributes, to me, I would assume that he belonged. But it's still a long way to go. It's just first training camp. There's so much that he hasn't seen yet. But he is definitely ahead of the curve. Definitely playing a lot better than anybody could imagine, being where he came from and the type of football he played last year. For him to be, blocking Javon Kinlaw and guys like that, coming from Mercer. I don't know his university or whatever it is, but coming from Mercer, I'm pretty sure he didn't see too many guys that look like 99 or 91 or, those guys. So the fact that he even comes out here and he's able to put his best foot forward every day and continue to get better, I think it says a lot about him.
He said he tries to model himself after you. He called himself like a baby Trent Williams. How do you feel about that comp? Do you see that a little?
Yeah, I definitely see it in his athleticism, his strength. I've seen it this offseason, seen it in his work ethic. He has that, what they call that dog in him, stuff you can't teach. And, I think if he continues to stay on the track that he's on, I think he's going to be a good player in this league for a long time, a good player for this franchise.
No, I was just letting you know, it is Mercer University.
Mercer University? Yeah. All right, I didn't know. I didn't want to throw that university out there and it was a college or ITT Tech situation.
You've replaced all three spots in your interior line, and McGlinchey's out right now and may not be ready for the opener, or he may be. And you're the only one that's, rock solid from last year. How do you feel about the development of the line as a whole, and how is that coming together?
I feel really good. Obviously Jake is new, or if it's Dan. Dan played a lot of football for us. But even though Jake wasn't in the starting lineup last year, he's still a dude with a lot of knowledge, played a lot of ball, and can get guys going in the right direction. So, I know that the inside is new, but it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't feel like we're in some type of rebuilding phase or anything. It's like, we got a second rounder we plugged in, and Aaron Banks, and we got what was Spence, fourth round, I believe, and he's a guy that probably has first, second round talent, you know, and we got a steal in the fourth round. So, I mean, it's not like we're putting journeyman in there. These are guys that they drafted with a purpose and a purpose to help this franchise. And, you know, I think they're doing the best job they can do. And, you know, we'll see during the season. You know, that's really the only real measuring stick you can kind of use, you know.